Hey, what's up everybody? Gone live once again for another TF2 Red vs. Blue part. We're on part 5. 5 and alive. We'll be starting up in about half an hour, so... Well, anyway, I've asked Barb about if she wanted to do a Q&A video, and I did get the list of questions that's addressed to her. She is not at the moment immediately positive towards the idea, but she may change her mind. We might get such a video out of her, so that's a possibility. I'm not gonna make any promises though. Yep, just as literally foreseen by Mama, and all the other psychic types are all around and everywhere. Trump got it. He got COVID. It's not very likely to end up good for him in the longer run, so in this timeline, that's the way it goes. The alternative method would be one that y'all would think, wow, this came from left field or something. But y'all can put two and two together, since you know that Trump's counterpart, literally, his self-counterpart, is Herbert Garrison from South Park, Colorado. Yep. So, there is that. And on that note, I would like to bring up that, yes, I did. Yes, Rosie and I, we indeed watched the Pandemic special. We just watched it last night on HBO Max, and there's just too many things. I mean, sure, I can comment, oh sure, hey everybody, I want to talk about something very special. I want to talk about something that's very meaning and deep about this whole pandemic mess. But, you know what? I can only talk so much. If it did me and yet I prospered. If it did y'all, yet y'all not y'all prospered. So, you know how I'm going to try to help? I'll give you 10% off all my weed. Just want to flip on the head. Flick Randy Marsh on the head. Just for that. He's not thinking. He wasn't thinking. Or at least that's the way they portrayed him in this special. Even more so than this other stupid things he's done before. And even more stupid, involving a bat and that whatchamacallit animal that looks similar to an armadillo. I've forgotten what its animal species name is, but that's just a whole other thing. But yeah, sure, you can even look to the viewpoint of carnivores, like, hey, I can be lazy and be in the house all day and shit. 6 feet. Here's a 6-foot pole. I gotta make sure you're 6 feet away from me. Yeah, but it goes out to him. Oh, hey, darling, you can go back to school soon, baby. What? Anyway, so that aside, and boy, we definitely get to see a prominent figure from an earlier episode of South Park that tried to attack Kyle's grandpa. You know, yeah, death on a tricycle. See him a few times, but yet he didn't claim those that he was lingering around, namely Stan and Randy. But yeah, oh my God, the police shot Kenny! You bastards! Oh my God, they killed Teddy! What? It's been happening so many times, it's hardly funny anymore. Well, it's still a meme. That aside, at least they did manage to get in a few of the actual details of how this pandemic started down. I mean, yeah, definitely in China with those creatures, the bat and the whatchamacallit that looks like an armadillo. So that's gonna happen. We're gonna end up going back in time, making sure the actual events of how it got from them to people. The one person that it affected got to put subject patient 0. We gotta make sure they don't get infected. There's all that. Alright, let me think. Anything else I want to talk about? Anything else? Anything else? Something else? Something else? Up to this? What are you talking about? Alright, we can talk about Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin going on an airplane ride with Bob Belcher. I don't know, it just came up random. Nah, but this brain. I feel like I want to talk about something else, but this brain can be a bit slow at times, so it's like I'm in the process of one thought, and it's like another thought comes along. I don't know, and then it just draws a blank. That's the point. Anyway. Okay, something just happened. Something definitely just happened somewhere in this world. If y'all could see my aura, you're awesome. Y'all can see my aura in this video, you're awesome. And you can definitely tell that everything is genuine. When I feel something, I'm literally feeling something. I mean, I feel it in resonance of something that's happening in this world. I mean, oh yeah, well I guess another thing I can talk about is yeah, dimension merge. It's still happening. It's happening. It's continuing its progress. You're seeing everything happen, one moment at a time, literally. And I am speaking, yeah, and the Christian and all other deities. Bring me somewhere else. But yeah, essentially to just be like, hey, what's the dimension merge about? I mean, shoot, didn't Mama go through it enough already on Twitter and Facebook and whatever about months to a year ago or something? Yada yada yada. But long story short, we OCs and FCs, that's original characters and fictional characters that y'all consider that y'all been chronicling, drawing, writing about, yada yada yada. We all exist and coexist. Right next to y'all through a dimensional curtain divide that's invisible for the most part, but you can sense it. You could actually, it's if you watch the movie Donnie Darko and that liquid metal barrier, it's essentially that. And obviously, number of the people in this dimension are only select few could be as sensitive as that. But at least obviously not a living receiver, because I'm very conscious and aware of it all. Because, I mean, Mama's been very conscious aware. And then guess what? Literally over 6 months now. It turned 6 months just 2 days ago on the 30th of September. 6 months! I've been here for 6 months! I've been in this body for 6 months! Since Mama and I swapped last March. But yeah, essentially, alright, so all of us are over there, y'all over here. Y'all chronicle us, and we even chronicle all of you. But yeah, in the dimension merge, we're all coming together in the same dimension. Our dimension, which is C197, your dimension right here, which is 1218, come together. And we're all going to be existing in the same dimension together, working together for greater things, future things, and so forth. Excuse me. Just had some veggies. Alright, train of thought. But that's the basic rundown. We're all gonna be together, same dimension. Our two dimensions merging. Everything's just gonna. One thing's gonna supersede the other between the buildings and physical constructs between our two dimensions. And of course, as y'all witness, the big and large number of people that passed on in this dimension they moved on to their self counterparts, which pretty much the majority of them are just literal background individuals that would be considered background in C197, and we did not lose as many. We just lost like a handful or so in C197 to suffice for our share, and those of us who have literally merged with our self-counterparts in this dimension, and this is the obvious exception, because Mama and I, we're not the self-counterparts of each other, obviously. We just literally body swapped. Soul swap, whatever you want to call it. Take your pick. I hate when this brain goes blank! Anyway, Dimension Merge is still happening, and it's gonna apex complete within the remainder. Oh, damn it! And Barbara is not coming on this thing at all, so this stream at all. So shut up. Nobody's talking about. Barb's not coming down here, okay? This is not about her. Well, except for the beginning where I gave her the birthday greeting and all that. But right now, Dimension Merge is still happening in what's left of this timeline within the same time as or prior to when this body and I, we literally go back in time to undo this pandemic. Make sure it never happens. Now I know it seems like a catch-22 or whatever you want to call it, 4D chess, but yeah, Trump's still gonna be in regardless of a different method in the new timeline. Which again, if I told y'all now, it'd be spoiling it, and I'm not giving out that spoiler at this point at all of how. But yeah, if I told y'all, it'd be like, oh, that's just something that came out of left field. And of course, haters, comments, yada yada yada. And guess what? These eyes, even though they're the eyes, literally, camera 00, just as Mama talked about at some point before, literally, they're still near side. So, took off the glasses, and I'm not really reading your comments anyway, so it's like partial blur. Your comments are a partial blur to me right now. Anyway, so I covered the Dimension Merge yet again. And it's a lot more complicated in details, because if it was just a simple thing, this is in as many words as Mama was able to literally put out in what she typed up the time ago, it would definitely just be a whole done and over with thing. But no, there's just a whole lot more complicated details. We all have foreseen it, experienced it in other timelines, and so forth, yada yada yada. So, between conscious memory, subconscious memory, and what's literally saved up in our backup cloud space in the cosmos, we can only get so much of all those details into the conscious. So, it's like, you want me to explain the Dimension Merge? Between Mama, as she typed it up in those multiple tweets, and this brief explanation that I just give you on quick initial brain recap, that's pretty much all we can tell you right now. Especially without spoiling too many details of what is needed to happen, what needed not to happen, and all that good stuff. And I do believe that was it for that topic. Well, let's kind of talk about what happened recently. And we're catching up on orders. The transition on how the books are going to be distributed and where they're going to be online and all that, it will all be put and linked on the Twitter very soon. We are almost complete with the shop and setup process there. So y'all will be able to buy books again, and we are still catching up on those orders. Everybody who has previously ordered will get their books. It has just been a financial mess. I mean, even PayPal, because they've been taking, y'all send money in, and Mama's PayPal has been just taking some away just to pay off a little bit of a loan that she took from them in order to help with the orders and other things that happen. I mean, shoot, if you've been in my shoes and this brain, you literally know what's going on. We're feeling everything, and we're just monitoring it. I mean, between visions and what's right in front of us, and things that these eyes and select eyes of amongst every one of you all, everyone else that's still alive on this earth, and yada yada yada, that all could see beyond the Iron Curtain. Okay? And plus that definitely plus there's this body works essentially on mood and feeling, so it's not gonna, I mean, it also works on fate, so it just follows that timeline trail it goes for the most part, and just what it needs to do each day. So it's not like I could just stop all that and be like, hey, I'm gonna write and draw today. No, I can't. No, that's not just do that. If that was a good day for writing and drawing, then that would have been the task for that day. It would have been just that. But it's not something that can be fixed every single day or forced into like the common background people that is the majority of people in your dimension here. It's like a string, it's that string of fate and destiny and all that. I mean, shoot, so metaphysical and everything. I know y'all are just like, oh, we don't believe you, we think you're lying and shit, but you know what? Does this look like a face of a liar? I am not lying. And Mama and I, we've been telling you the truth this whole time. Literally. And this brain just jumbles up words. I know we could be, I know this emotionally and verbally inconsistent. But yeah, that's the flaw of this brain because of the freaking autism. Well, I guess I could mention that Rosie Cruzan and I have also been binging a few other videos or whatever. On YouTube we binged the Retro Future and his restoration and modding of Game Boys and other handhelds, and that's been good. We've also recently been binging Batwoman on HBO Max. That's a pretty good show. I mean, pretty much we've gotten all the way up to the bonus Crisis Infinite Earth part that's in the whole series. I mean, okay, well, that is one thing I could definitely comment on. In all the episodes for Batwoman that got put on HBO Max, they give us like book 2 of, I mean, hour 2 of all the parts for Crisis Infinite Earth. Alright, so we do not know. This body has been tested. It is negative. No COVID. If anything, it's just on the fact that I had to be stuck in this body for over 6 months now. And that's been a whole mess. Don't get me started. Anyway, TF2 Red vs. Blue Part 5 begins shortly. And this time I'm going to try not to mouth the lines along with it. So the audio you'll be hearing would definitely be this, and I'm just going to try to keep my mouth shut. Quiet. I'm not going to mouth the lines or anything. I have self-control. This body has self-control, has good fortitude and good endurance. Like I said, if you all only knew, if all were only telepathic with this thing. Future, well, I don't know if it'll be within the remainder of this timeline, because I'm going back in time. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going back in time. Any moment now. But until then, thanks so much and have an awesome day.